Hello, my friends. I hope everyone's doing good today. Just a short video talking about various concepts concerning illumination and preparedness. This is a topic that has been talked about quite a bit, actually, over the years, not just by myself, but others that have tried to take a deeper look at what is the best approach. And, you don't have to have a lot of money, a lot of resources to be prepared and when it comes to illumination. Now, we're not going to be talking about candles or lanterns. We're going to be talking mostly about, or at least the examples before you are going to be more like personal illumination tools. Headlamps, handheld lights, lights that can be tethered or attached to your person in different ways. But even that is not really the topic. It's more about the concept of how do you go about to be prepared so that you have illumination when you need it. Isn't that the most important thing? Is to have light when you need light. Now, the first concept is going to be to standardize your light. So, for example, after some trial and error, you go out, and you buy a few different lights and you figure out which one you like the most. And then you buy several of those that you like the most. It may just be one light. You may just find this one light to be just perfect, and you might buy 5 or 10 of them. And now you've standardized your system for that light. Now that light shares the same battery because they all use the same battery, and because the lights are all the same. Well, if you have a light that goes out, you still have spare parts for other lights that may be damaged in the future. So there's a lot to be said about standardizing your gear and not just buying one of your most favorite light, but maybe buy at least several of these lights. That'll get you pretty far. But there's this other concept that life is not always that simple. Sometimes you need to be more flexible, more diverse in your gear. So the other concept is to standardize to some degree, but also have other types of options that you can pull from. And it's not just in purpose, but also, for example, maybe it's the battery type. Instead of being completely tied down to 18650 batteries, which in a pinch might be hard to get and even to trade and barter for, you may have a lot easier time to acquire lights that run off of, say, AAA batteries or AA batteries or C or D size batteries. So there's nothing wrong with the concept of standardizing gear, but I think a more complete solution is to also have some other options, and they don't cost much, especially when we talk about this category of prep illumination. Now, in my last video, it was a very short video where I just gave specs on this light. And this is just an example, but this is the newer Coast Polysteel 250 model. This is the Gen 3, a very simple, very inexpensive light. It uses 3 AAA batteries. This is a great example of diversifying your lights if you don't really have many AAA lights. If all you have is 18650 or 16340 lights, or maybe you just have some that are 21700 battery lights. And if you don't have any AAA or AA lights, you might want to pick up a few. It gives you that extra ability to be flexible. So for whatever reason that you're not able to source more of your primary, you have other options to give you light. Because once again, in the end, the whole concept of here is the end result to have light when you need light and to be flexible in the formats of how you have light, how you can deliver light, how you can produce light is very important. Now, let's just go ahead and move over here and just give you some more examples. So we have the Coast Polysteel 250, very good option, very heavy duty. We also have just your run-of-the-mill big box store lights, very inexpensive. They come in all different formats. Once again, all these are just examples here that I'm talking about. These 7 lights that I'm going to be talking about here for a moment are AAA lights. Now, we also have this very inexpensive Rayovac, this an economic, if you will, option for like $2. And that was years ago. They're probably still about $2. 3 AAA batteries. Back in the day, Harbor Freight had coupons for free lights. I don't know what they do anymore. I don't really follow Harbor Freight or do business with Harbor Freight anymore, but these were given away for free. And not the best light, but still works. And, it's just another option. And before I continue, though, I just want to say that all of these lights work with rechargeable AAA batteries. So if you don't like alkaline batteries like me, no worries. Just get yourself some good quality rechargeable batteries, AAA, AA, whatever it may be. I like the inner loop, batteries, but there's others that are good as well. And that can solve some of the problem if you're just stuck on not liking alkaline batteries. We also have another option here, a single AAA light. Now this is a Streamlight Micro Stream. Very compact, very, very light, very rugged though. These things are well built and they put out really good quality light. Now, it's not a lot of light, but for personal use, personal navigation, doing tasks after hours when the sun is down, you could do a lot worse than that light. You also have different types of work lights. This one just clips on your person. We also have another AAA light, just an example of a headlamp. And, you can put AAA rechargeable batteries in that as well, of course. So, just some options here. So if you don't have CR123A batteries, 16340, 18650, 21700 batteries, well, at least you have the most common battery types, which is going to be AA, AAA, and a lot of places even have C and D cell batteries and 9-volt batteries. And I'll just give you an example. In my area, now I do live in a more rural area, but in my area, they do not sell 16340 batteries, CR123A batteries, 18650 batteries, 21700 batteries, and other batteries like that. They don't sell these. I have to literally drive almost 50 minutes to get to the nearest store that sells these. So these are not locally acquirable. But you know what is available every day, all day? AAA batteries, AA batteries, and C-size batteries. And once again, D and 9-volt batteries are not that hard at all either to find in my area. So it's good to think about standardizing some of your lights, but also don't get yourself in a situation where you limit yourself. You want to look at how can you diversify even further to give you that much more flexibility. I hope this was helpful. Let me know how you diversify and how you standardize your lights in the comment section. Thanks for watching.